binomial theorem examples for today's lesson. We're going to go through 3 examples, go through the binomial theorem. All right, first one, determine the middle term of this binomial. We have 3x plus 2y squared all to the 6th. All right, so little review. Now remember that for any specific term, I gave you in the last lesson, I gave you this form, okay? So k plus 1, this is a subscript. For k plus 1 is actually your term, and then n choose k, x to the n minus k times y to the k. Now I mentioned that this is a little bit more easier to deal with, but sometimes you may want to go to the original one, which is the actual k is your actual term. Now, couple of things. When it says middle term, when you expand this, there are 7 terms here. And we know that because of the binomial theorem, right? So the 4th term will be the middle term. So in this case, you use either this one or this one, but whichever you do, be careful. If you're doing the k plus 1, so the entire thing is 4. If you're using this formula, tk, and then of course notice that the formula is a little bit more complicated because you have to use the k minus 1 up here, and that would be, so in this case, you will have k equal to 4. You don't have to change anything. But in the top one, k is 3, okay, because k plus 1 would be 4. So for simplicity's sake, let's use this one right here. That's what we're going to use, okay? So t4 equal to 6 choose 3. So the 6 choose 3. And then the first term, which is 3x, so that would be 3x to the 6 minus 3 times 2y squared, that's your second term, to the 3. All right, now let's go ahead and simplify. So when we simplify, what do we get? Is that 20 times 27 times 8, x cubed y to the 6, and then that will end up being 4320 x cubed y to the 6. This is the middle term of that binomial up here. Excellent. Let's go to the next question. Next question, what is the constant term of this binomial expansion? 2a cubed minus 1 over a squared to the 10. All right, now I put in there this formula again. I went back to the tk plus 1. The reason I did that is because of the inside of the expansion, we're just going to deal with k. Okay, that's what we're going to do. But because it's a constant term, it means that when you're multiplying the x to the n minus k times y to the k of the formula, there should not be any x and y values anymore, no variables. These are first term and second term. This is just the general from the formula, but notice that our first and second term in the actual binomial is a. They're both the same. But since we cannot have x and y value, when you multiply them, they should give you 1. Okay, that's how we get a constant term. That means there should not be any variable. So what do we need to do? We need to go back and then replace x and y. So we're going to use this little form right here, which is equal to 1. We're going to use the first and second term here in the binomial expansion. And I'm going to plug it in there, and then we're going to do the math. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so I just, in place of x, I put 2a cubed. That's my first term, to the 10 to the minus k, times the second term is negative 1 over a squared. So it would be negative 1 over a squared to the k. When you multiply this, you should get 1 right here. That's what we're going to follow. All right, now that we have to do some mathematical gymnastics to simplify this, and it's very simple. Let's go ahead and do that. Just before that, let me remind you that what we want first is k. That's what we want. We want to know for what term we will get a constant term, and then we're going to go back and plug it into this form of finding the exact term, and then we're going to do the math and get the actual constant term. But first, we're going to find out what term that is, and that's what we're going to do. So let's go ahead and simplify. When you simplify it, make sure you remember your exponent laws. That's what we're going to have, right? Now, at this point, we are only interested in a's. We are not interested in the coefficient 2 and the negative 1 in here. So we can actually ignore these two, the 2 to the 10 minus k and a minus 1 in here in front of a squared, and then do the math on that one. And then we will get And by the way, this should be a minus up here because it's the reciprocal. I even made a mistake. I actually didn't see that, but just make sure. So that would be minus 2k. So that's what you will get. And then you set that equal to 1 and then do the math on that one. You get a to the 30 minus 3k minus 2k. That's equal to 1. That means the top here, you set that equal to 0. That's what you have to do. And to do that, you will get 30 minus 5k equal to 0, right? Because we want a to the exponent of 0. That power has to be 0. And then the entire thing should be 1. And then k should be 6 when you do the math. Okay, so once we get k equal to 6, now we can go ahead and then use this formula right here. But be careful with this one. We're going to grab this k, plug it back in here on top, the expansion for a specific term in a polynomial, and then in the binomial theorem, and then this becomes t7, and then we're going to go through that and then rewrite. So let's do that, and you will get this. Okay, very straightforward. And then when you simplify this, you will end up getting 10 choose 6 times 2 to the 4, which will end up being the constant term 33,360. All right, so this is the answer to this question. What is the constant term of this binomial expansion? First, you have to find k, what term that is that you make a constant term, because the first and the second term, they're both in terms of same variable, and then do the math. Make sure you go through each of these steps again, pause the video, take notes, and make sure that you understand each step. Okay, next question, the last one. The fourth term of this binomial, y minus 1/2 to the n is negative 15y to the 7. What is n? Now we want to know what this power is. Now, if that is the fourth term, then we can use this form again to find out. Now, the only thing I need you to pay attention to, k plus 1 is 4. Okay, therefore k is 3 in this formula, okay, the original formula that I gave. So let's write it up. If that's the case, you will get n choose 3, because k is 3, and then you plug in the value for the first term. First term is y to the n minus 3 times negative 1/2 to the 3. That must equal to negative 15y to the 7th. Very nice. Now it's just a simple equation we're going to go ahead and solve. Okay, let's go ahead and do that. So the first thing you notice that this y on this side to the 7, you have the y value here, n minus 3. So this y value and this y value, they're both exactly the same. So that therefore you can say n minus 3 must equal to 7. There is no other way. N equal to 10. Very nice. And really, this is all we need, because the question says the fourth term is that, find n based on that actual value. We don't even need to go ahead and expand anything else. So we just use the deductive reasoning to come up with the value of n. All right, I hope this was helpful. Check out the next video in the series. All right, until next time.